Good good morning. I am Jamesia Jonay coming to you on this mindset, on this motivation, mindset, and money making Mondays to talk about life insurance when it comes to children. Fact or myth? Do children need life insurance, right? So when you come in, do me a favor, like the video, love the video. Good morning, Tiana. How are you, right? Fact or myth? Do children need life insurance? And this is a conversation for mindset, motivation, and money making Mondays because it ties into mindset, right? Mindset when it comes to the African American community, I will first and foremost always speak to, for, and represent the African American community. I am Black first, then a woman, right? But the Black community, brown community, and the poorer communities, right? People who were potentially preyed upon when it comes to things like life insurance. So the mindset in 2020 for some isn't there when it comes to life insurance. The purpose of insurance, any type of insurance, is to protect assets and debt, right? Many people feel like their children are their greatest, that's their pride, their joy, our greatest creation. The best thing some people feel like we'll ever do is bring a life into this world and hopefully help shape and mold that life into a productive member of society, right? So, with that said, our children, I'll never forget when I graduated from kindergarten in 1985. We sung The Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston, right? And the song starts off, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way, right? So, fact or myth, right? So I'm going to start off by saying what inspired this video, and then I'll double back. So first and foremost, I am a licensed life insurance agent in multiple states. I'm licensed in Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan, Minnesota, in the Midwest. I'm licensed in Alabama, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida. I'll include in the South. I'm licensed in Virginia, Delaware, and I may have left off a couple of states, not sure. Every month I try to add a state to my list of licenses. So I want to just be transparent. I am a licensed life insurance agent. Whether I was a licensed life insurance agent or not, we would be having this conversation. And I can say that with confidence because I grew up seeing our life insurance agent come to our home. My mother's life insurance agent would come into the home. She had provided insurance for my grandmother, aunts, uncles. So life insurance is something that I grew up around. And then in college, I've mentioned before, the gentleman I was dating, his first internship, his first job was in life insurance. And I was one of his very first clients, right? So I've had life insurance on myself for almost 20 years at this point, right? Something that's very, very important to me. And I started doing wealth conferences back in 2014. Life insurance was a part of that conversation. I had life insurance agent coming out. So I was on a training call last week, and my business partner spoke. I won't say her name out of respect for her and her client. And her client called her. she said, we were on a call this morning and she gave a little more insight into the conversation. Her client called her hysterical. Her client called her crying, right? And my business partner is trying to figure out, well, what's going on? Her 9-month-old child, I don't know whether it was a son or a daughter, her 9-month-old child has passed away, right? Her 9-month-old child has passed away. Imagine being a mom, losing your child, right? That's something, I'm a parent. My son is 15 years old. I remember he was 9 months old and he stopped, he wasn't feeling good, but he stopped eating, right? So when he stopped eating, I knew it's time to take him to the emergency room. I'm not one of those moms that freaks out. I was an auntie at 12, a big cousin at 11. I'm not one of those moms that freaks out, but I take him to the emergency room. We went to West Suburban. At first, they weren't giving me what I needed. I need to take my baby to Children's Hospital. It's now what, Ann Laurie's, but back then it was Children's Hospital. So my 9-month-old, you know, and now that I think about this, because I wasn't even thinking about this when I decided to go live, my 9-month-old son is in the hospital and they're telling me something's wrong and they don't know what it is. It's just a virus. Okay. But his fever is spiking. He has a lot of things going on. You got to give me more than that. We get to Ann Laurie's and within 24 hours, he's diagnosed with Kawasaki disease, right? It's not a rare disease, but it is a disease that children can get. If Kawasaki disease is not caught and treated within the first 7 days, it can cause heart attacks in children, right? Now, while it can cause heart attacks in children, my 9-month-old, you don't think about a baby, a toddler, a young child having a heart attack, right? We don't think about young babies, young children getting ill, right? We don't think about them becoming injured, and I don't want people to think about it. I don't want you to think about that because I believe that thoughts become things. So I don't want people to think about that. But what I do want people to understand, the purpose of insurance is to protect assets and debt. My son is an asset to my future generations. My son is an asset to my family. Our children are our future, right? Like that song with the late, great Whitney Houston, right? So when we think about life insurance, and I'm talking about my colleague who delivered a death benefit to the mother of a 9-month-old child who passed away, what if the mom did not have life insurance? What if, right? So there are a lot of what ifs. So one of my business partners said that somebody else's blessing is tied to our obedience, right? So my business partner, because she was obedient and decided to join this business, she has a bachelor's degree. She has a couple of master's degrees. She's in her 20s. She was making 6 figures. She's successful. She's doing well for herself. But she decided, you know, instead of relying solely on this 9 to 5, I'm going to go into business for myself. That was her first step of obedience. Then when she came into the business, she wasn't very coachable because she was young, successful, and she was already making 6 figures. So then she decided, let me get coachable. That was her second step of obedience. So she sat down with someone, and when she sat down with this individual, she asked them for a referral. Who do you know that can benefit from the information that I just shared with you when it comes to life insurance? So this client who she delivered a death benefits check to was a referral, right? So someone else's blessing is tied to our obedience. I can't say whether or not that mother would or would not have gotten life insurance, right, on her child. But what I can say is, because my business partner said yes to this opportunity, this business, my business partner was able to help that woman insure herself, insure her children, and she was able to deliver a death benefit to her, right? She was able to deliver a death benefit to her. And that was a GoFundMe that was prevented, right? I don't want to think about my 9-month-old or my child passing away, and now I need to do a GoFundMe. I need to borrow. I may need to pull from my savings. Maybe I don't have savings. So now I have to rally my family together. And don't get me wrong, whatever it takes to make it happen, right? Black people are resilient. We are known for making things happen. But imagine the stress relief of just knowing you can properly funeralize your loved one, your child, right? Nothing will replace the void that mother feels, right? I don't know what that feels like. I never want to know what that feels like. I've heard it's unnatural for parents to bury their children, right? But the reality is it happens. I'll never forget, I was 15 years old and my mother had a good friend and her daughter was about 19. So sometimes I would hang out with her daughter, spend the night. I've always hung out with people older than me. Spend the night. She would take me to like the restaurant, nothing too crazy. We would just hang out or whatever. I would spend time with her. And she got pregnant. And I went to Switzerland that summer. And while I was in Switzerland, my mom called and told me that she'd had the baby. I'm like, awesome, right? Ironically, she had named her baby Jamesia. She did not know that was my name. Family and friends called me Jonay. I had family who did not know what my first name was for years, right? So she didn't know that was my name. She didn't name the baby after me. But she named her baby Jamesia. And I won't get all into it, but when I come back home, I get this feeling, right? And I get home and I say, okay, Mom, when are we going to see the baby? I love babies. I love babies, right? If somebody would have a beautiful chocolate baby for me and let me co-parent, I love babies. I say, Mom, when are we going to go see the baby? And my mother said, the baby died. 7 days old. The baby died. I went to the funeral of a 7-day-old baby, right? So the reality of it is, life insurance is just in case, right? Life insurance is not about planning to, well, it is a part of planning. However, the reality is we're all going to pass away, right? We're all going to pass away. We don't know when that's going to happen. So life insurance is one of those things we all need, including children, right? As soon as your child gets their social security number and their social security card, you have the ability to get life insurance on them, right? It's not about profiting from their passing if they so happen to pass. No parent, most parents don't want to bury their children. It's about the what if, just in case. And there are policies out there that if the child becomes ill, I'm in Chicago, we have St. Jude's Hospital. There are children battling leukemia and other forms of cancer, or children battling some sort of disease or illness, that these policies that have living benefits can help those families to deal with that cost. So when we think about life insurance, it's not just about death. If somebody becomes ill, if somebody is injured, I can use myself for an example. Had my parents known about these policies and had a policy on me when I was a kid, I was hit by a car when I was like 6 years old. I'm in first grade. I was hit by a car. I was in the hospital for 6 weeks. I was sent home with a cast. The cast went from my foot to my hip. I wasn't able to get out of the bed. I could not go to the bathroom. I couldn't do anything. I was in the bed, right? For months. When I went to have my cast taken off, I had to learn how to walk all over again. So what am I saying? Things happen. Life insurance is for the just in case. I didn't get car insurance and say, oh, I need to have a car accident, right? No, I have car insurance just in case something happens. I have coverage, right? So the fact of the matter is, any living human being that qualifies should have life insurance. There are policies for children as little as $5 a month. There are policies for healthy young children. There are policies for the average standard young adult, 18, 19, 20 something, $10, $15 a month. Life insurance can be affordable. Life insurance should be a non-negotiable for any living, breathing human being that qualifies, starting at 2 weeks old when they're a child. My colleague thought that her first death benefit delivery check would be for someone older. She didn't think it was going to be for the woman that she sat down with that decided to get life insurance on herself and her 9-month-old child. But when she got that call, that hysterical call, my child has passed away. What do I need to do? How do I file the claim or do what's necessary to get the death benefit so I can properly bury and funeralize my child? Right? It ties into mindset because these are the conversations that we need to have. A lot of our grandmamas don't come talking to me about life insurance. Y'all trying to kill me. Grandma, you gonna die one day. And whatever day that is, I don't care if you're 80, 99, 100, I'm gonna be sad. More than likely, I'm gonna mourn. But the reality is it's gonna happen. You may or may not go before me. Let's properly prepare for the just in case. But the reality is, again, there's only one way out of this thing called life, right? And we don't know when that day will come. So any living, breathing human being that qualifies and is able should have life insurance. I am a life insurance agent. In full transparency, I got into this business because it complemented real estate. I got into this business to make money. Sales professionals make money. But I also got into this business because I enjoy educating my community. You can go back to my Facebook post well before I became a life insurance agent or a real estate agent. we have a crusade. Our crusade and our mission is to educate as many people as possible on the power and the purpose of life insurance, right? People aren't coming knocking on our doors saying, hey, you need to have life insurance on you and your husband and your children and your family to ensure that at least if and when, not if, when your loved one passes away, you're not doing a GoFundMe, you're not going into debt. There are successful people and people's families who they're called upon to pay for funerals because the family knows that they have money, as opposed to simply preparing, starting early and getting life insurance. Now I'm going to tell you some of the benefits of getting life insurance on your children. The younger you are, the less expensive the monthly premium is, right? Let's take the conversation, I'm going to lighten it up a little bit, right? 2-week-old can be insured. I have a 6-month-old. The grandmother is paying $35 a month. She has $147,000 in death benefit. The purpose is not that the grandbaby is going to pass away. The purpose is she has a policy that grows in cash value. The goal is to ensure that her grandbaby is a millionaire by the time she's in her 20s. So as time goes on and the grandma and the parents make more money, they're going to contribute more money to the policy and increase the value of the policy. So that policy is growing in cash value. So when this grandchild at 18, 21 decides they want to buy real estate, or they want to start a business, or they want to travel to Europe, or whatever it is they desire, there's money there. They have a death benefit just in case they pass away. They have a living benefit just in case they become ill or injured. That policy will pay out and help cover medical expenses and debt. They can use that money for college, business, or whatever the case may be, right? So this isn't just about insure your children. You know, life insurance is not just about death. That is a myth. I need to go live about that, but I've already kind of given it away. But that is a myth. Life insurance is not just about death, but the reality is we don't know when our last day is. And the reality is if we're a living, breathing human being that qualifies, we should have some sort of life insurance, right? And yes, I don't care if you're a millionaire, a decamillionaire, a billionaire, a trillionaire. There are benefits that a life insurance policy has no matter who you are and what stage you are in life. There are benefits. Now, whether you want to take advantage of that benefit is up to you. But once you're educated on it, right, you make the decision. So, if you know you're watching this video and you and your family do not currently have life insurance, connect with me. I may not be the one for you. I have no problem referring you, right? But connect with me to get educated, right? My goal is to educate, right? My goal is not to sell. My goal is to educate. And upon you being educated, you make the best decision that's for you, right? So that's number one. Number two, you may be watching this and you may be looking for an opportunity. You may love to educate your community and give back. This is a way to give back while earning commission, right? We're mission focused, but I definitely earn commission. This industry, financial service industry, is very much so pandemic and recession proof. So if you're looking for an opportunity, not a job, an opportunity to become self-employed, educate your community and earn money while doing it, right? We are mission over commission driven. Connect with me to see if we're a good fit. You can come into business with me, partner with me. I will mentor you personally along with other mentors in the business, right? So I am Jamesia Jonay. This video was myth or fact. Children don't need life insurance. And the reality is my business partner and other life insurance agents out here are delivering death benefit checks for children, right? I live in Chicago. Children are murdered, right? Babies have been accidentally and purposely shot. Children and people die in car accidents. Life happens, things happen, right? The purpose of insurance is being prepared for the just in case. Children get ill, they get sick. People get ill, people get sick, right? So if you're watching this video, one, this is your sign if you've been waiting on a sign. If you've been praying and thinking about it, this is it, right? Whatever your beliefs may be, this is not something to put off. This is something you can give as a Christmas gift. It's Christmas time. People are shopping for, things that matter to them but don't really matter. In the end, you can give the gift of life insurance to yourself, someone in your family, because the reality is that we're going to pass away. And the question is, will your life insurance agent be delivering a death benefit, or will your family be doing a GoFundMe? I am Jamesia Jonay, the wealth creator. I show people how to use other people's money to pay their mortgage, create cash flow, and generate generational wealth. I am a licensed life insurance agent, resident agent in the state of Illinois, licensed in multiple states. If you are in the continental United States and you want to book a free consultation with me to get educated and explore your options when it comes to life insurance, feel free to comment or slide in my inbox. And if you are interested in an opportunity, want to partner with me, join me in business to help educate the community. We need help. There are not a lot of people that look like me and you that are educating the community on life insurance and the power and the purpose of it. We need help. And yes, we make money doing it, but we need help. There are only so many people I know, and people that I know that know people that know people, that can educate the community on the power and the purpose of life insurance. Coming into this business, I haven't even wrapped my mind around the fact that one day I'll be delivering a death benefit check. But let alone delivering a death benefit check to the mother of a 9-month-old. Let alone my colleague attended the funeral of a 9-month-old. You're looking at a little casket. Life is shorter than we realize. None of us are going to make it out alive. We don't know when our last day is going to be. And as I said, either your family, somebody is going to get a death benefit check, or you'll be looking to do a GoFundMe, or somebody has to go into their account and have chicken dinners and things to properly funeralize you. You can absolutely avoid and prevent that. Life insurance can be affordable. It is affordable. The older you get, the premiums do creep up. But I have been helping adults get insured for less than $50 a month. Kids for $5 a month, right? I am Jamesia Jonay. Like the video, love the video, share the video, comment. I respect and understand everybody's privacy. If you want, feel free to slide in my inbox. Please share this video. Like the video, love the video, engage, and have an awesome, awesome day, right?